Me and Madison both have a ticket to sell. Because my uncle was in the Navy, just like his dad, and her grandpa was in the Marines, just like him.
That's fantastic.
Excellent.
Yeah, and then my cousin is also in the military.
Excellent. So you got a lot of connections. Okay. Let's talk about author's craft really quickly. What is voice?
Voice is like
sad, mad, and excited.
Actually, that would be more the what?
Yeah.
Emotions and feelings are the mood. The voice is how the author's writing. Remember we talked about Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and we said the way he writes, he's writing towards kids in elementary school. So what type of voice is your story? What type of
kid that so it's about a kid that wants to sign up in the military. He can't, and then his grandpa lets him.
Good. What kind of style do you think it is?
I think it's like so it's not like fiction and nonfiction.
It can be. It depends. It can change.
I think it's like a realistic fiction.
Yeah, me too,
because like
it can actually
it might have happened to him.
It's just
and then like he retired from the military and then decided to write a book about it.
Excellent. And you know what? The style, the voice can change depending on the genre. So if it became realistic fiction, his style of writing might have changed versus his previous books. Good. What about the mood? What was the mood like?
The mood is sad, mad, and excited because I feel like Adam is excited
It's
because he
exciting
wants to
for him, but it's
Excellent.
also sad for his family.
Yeah, because his
Like
mom
his grandpa and mom are worried about him. Because like, if you had a kid and they wanted to join up the military, you wouldn't want them to because they might die and you might not get to see them.
That's a good point. All right, so you kind of already did this one. A short, funny, or interesting story related to characters or events. Anecdote. You have been giving little bits and pieces of anecdotes throughout this entire conversation. What do you keep talking about?
Like what's happening to him and like how like something that's happened to me in my life and like how my cousin I don't see my cousin anymore because he's in Europe or something.
Very good. And then you even briefly mentioned text to self and how you have people in the military in your own families. And if you would expand on that just a little bit, that would have been an example of an anecdote. Any language that stuck out? Any vocabulary or precise nouns, sensory words, vivid verbs?
I think there was one part where he kept saying that the colonel kept making fun of somebody else's name because his last name was White, and then he told him to do push-ups, and Adam knew that everybody was thinking the same thing as him because every time he would tell the guy with the last name Bright to do push-ups, he would do that many push-ups, and he went over 200.
Did you finish? Yay, good. All right, join your group.
300 push-ups, I think, because it was reading class. Like I was.
Do y'all have your books with you?
Yeah, they're over there.
Okay, kind of look through your book and see if you notice any words that kind of stick out.
At first he started at 40, then 20, and then he wanted to do 20 more, and then he said 40. Then I think he got to 100, then 200, and then Bright couldn't do anymore.
Good. You really like this book, don't you? Yeah. I could see you being a soldier, Miller. You want to be a soldier when you grow up?
I want to be a airplane fighter.
Oh, if I would be being that.
You're gonna be a
Yeah,
chef.
because if I'm not a Marine, I'm probably gonna try to play for the NFL. Because my mom wants to go to Hawaii, and Hawaii costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then the NFL players, like just like the year you start, you get paid about like $2 million starting.
Good.
And then like Dak Prescott, he's been playing for the Dallas Cowboys for I think like 9 years, and his salary is like he's the highest paid linebacker. His salary is $9 million.
Good.
And,
Okay.
$90 million.
And James
Good.
Harden is the highest paid in
Good. All right, boys. I think we're getting off on a story. All right. I want y'all to kind of look through this book and see if y'all can find any language, any vocabulary, precise nouns, sensory words, vivid verbs. Be something that stuck out like rapidly, marching, ferociously. It's words that kind of stick out to make you vividly picture it in your mind. All right.
And then there's one that is weird for me. It's like 0700.
Oh,
For 7 o'clock.
Good. All right, guys, y'all get back on the page and try to focus. See if you can find any vocabulary, any language.
I like
How are you doing?
Wait, I have a question. What do you conclude that happens next? Every chapter is like a new story, kind of.
Good. Okay, so you can do each chapter. What do you think? Each character has a different story going on? That's what's happening in yours, isn't it? Are you able to Dixie?
Yeah, what do you think of it?
So each chapter kind of has a different storyline because of the different characters. So you could kind of put the character's name, and then what do you think will happen next with that? The character's name, what do you think will happen next with that? Does that make sense? Okay, so what do y'all think? Okay, let's talk about the first chapter. What was it about?
That she found the dog.
She found with Dixie at the grocery store.
Okay, so what do you think she's going to do with this dog?
Have it?
What'd you say?
Have it?
Have it?
Keep it.
Keep it? What do you think the relationship's going to be like?
Stable.
Hopefully stable. Good. Why do you say stable?
I don't know. I just.
That's a good explanation. Excellent. What do y'all think? Okay. So let's go over this really quickly. What kind of voice? What is the author's voice in the story? How are they writing the story? You just said, what is each chapter like?
A new story.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about it.
So like in one chapter she goes to it, but then the next chapter it doesn't really talk about that other chapter at all.
Excellent. What else?
Like an example was that like when it was about when Dixie went to the thunderstorm, and then the next it was when she went to her first day of work.
Excellent. Fantastic. Do y'all have your chapter, your main idea?
I do. It's on my desk.
Okay. I can grab it. I can go look at it.
I wrote it on a piece of notebook paper because I couldn't find that, but I found it.
That's okay. No, that's fine. Can I see yours really quick?
Or maybe they'll get like an extra, like they'll get a secondary weapon.
Okay. So, what can you conclude? What can we put for the conclusion? What can you infer will happen next? Put yourself in her shoes. You go to a store and you find a dog. Connect it to yourself. What do you think? Good with that. I conclude she's going to tell our parents about it. Excellent.